all kinds of shit. Oh, that's crazy. So let's see. Anyway, so I guess this will be our contract, though. So check this out. I'm doing some crazy stuff with this feline. You kind of saw him, and you're getting a taste of it. I I got a little skit that I'd like for you guys to come over and watch, and we'll enjoy the evening. You know, if you guys want to have a few drinks. And I'm sorry. Oh my! Now I can't hear you well. That's weird. There you go. That sounds good. Yeah, that's going to be for September, but I want you to watch something real quick because I'd like to see if we can. You see me with a bamboo stick, right? When I went to your show, and so your next open studio that you do, I'm going to bring you some food for that day, and I'd like to show you a few drawings. And but before, when is the next open studio? Second weekend of September, right? So, and it, yeah, and it falls kind of 8th or 11th. Huh? That'd be crazy. We'll we'll do a big cake, like two towers, and we're kind of halfway, I guess. But that was our government sacrificing all kinds of their own citizens just so that they can keep having more power. But it's what the government does with with their fodder. We're just using fodder for the cannon, is what the scripture says. But anyway, I said 5 minutes, and I don't want to fill it with philosophy here. So, thanks. Oh, cool. Yeah. You're at home now, or where you at? Oh, okay, cool. How was your day? You had a legit fun day? Cool. Yeah. So there's a lot to do. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's, part of that experience too, right? Because this is some new beginning. Yeah. Well, I'm thrilled that you have something. I pray for you too, and I really want to, and especially just now with that getting started, I want to show you that I want to support everything you do, and even start putting your awesomeness out there because you got some just cool as vibes that I enjoy the diversity and the colors and because you're just not afraid to go get the material and even if it's expensive stuff you just I want to see it like this and then you go make it. That's real badass. And I want to make some wings because on the bamboo stick I've got two of them and I'm twirling them like a high school cheerleader. So but it's gonna be part skit with a cat as well. And I want to make like a bat. I call it a cat pack and something that I can, like a towel, but it'll have on the folded side from one end, you'll have straps on it, but it'll be something that'll hug him. So he can grip onto it like a real thick, a spongy felt that I can wrap him up like a pañal, right? But it just creates a square and it'll kind of zip up from the sides. And that way I can put him in quick and he's got a good grip because he'll be riding with me on my back and he'll just kind of grab on because he'll be kind of tucked in like a cradle, like the stork carries a baby, but he'll be facing forward above my head or on my shoulder. He can view from my shoulder as I'm riding on the bike or the skates. And then I also want to make him. I'm gonna get a chair that'll have a badass like a base that has spinning wheels, like an office chair. But I'm gonna take the back off of it and put real kick-ass kind of a biker seat, leather, but something that he can really grip onto because I got a little skit with him at a little choreography, like I'm dancing with him, and he's tethered to me like a leash, but on the stool, not to his neck, right? That's only for evening Sodom masochists. That's how I trade him, but nonetheless, no. So yeah, I've got this really cool skit, and he enjoys it because he gets treats, and it's like watching. You ever watch David Letterman's Stupid Human Trick? Stupid pet tricks, yeah, kind of like that, but it'll be fun. And on the sense of just putting color. So I'm going to get some sponsors from a chiropractic office because I'm going to become a part of a network that are business. They're a business network, and these are pretty cool because once you have a DBA, which you have, and you become part of it's like a business clique. But in this business clique that's within your community, they only allow two categories of business. So you can have two people that are real estate agents, but no more in that group, and they can be a group of about 30. It costs about $500 a year, but the people that I met there were legit. They were supporting each other because one was a mechanic shop, the other one had a salon, the other one was makeup, and all the diversity of that little area. So whenever people come in for kolaches, you got your chiropractic business cards on there, and you're all supporting each other when people need something. So I went to two of their meetings that I was invited to because the first two were free, and they do breakfast, and and they'll bring guest kind of invites, investors, and they kind of teach certain things of the newer change of. I really think I've got some things I'd like to share that we're going to become our own product, that we're going to have to start providing our those that we're going to barter with, because this system, once they take our cash away, it's going to become a pretty hard system to abide by their rules, because now, just like cops right now, they're wearing cameras and they have control of them to turn them on and off. But what happens when they can't turn it on and off? Now you can't even tell them, dude, I'm just from here. And if he's like and not because you're trying to break the law and have them forgive you, but just in the sense of humanity, that man, not every situation that they encounter is going to be to put our asses in jail. But the day's going to come when they're not going to be able to turn the cameras off, and it's just going to be, hey, we're part of the system. You got to abide. I know you watch that Black Water or whatever that show, Black Mirror. That thing is so creepy, but they're programming the people to start abiding because they throw it in their TV and all this stupid zombie shit. I'm thinking, dude, you guys are the zombies. Get off that shit. And I tell them, stop abiding by their. You think you're living free, and you're way more enslaved than the blacks were, or African American, or him and hers, or whatever they want to call each other. But I love them all. I love everybody because the soul is what I'm chasing. Anyway, so back to the little cat story is, so the seat's going to be part of something that I want you to find a badass upholstery leather, but with a print. And if it's got that zebra something, even if it's not the same, again, I just want to keep something that's within that color and kind of psychedelic, but not too crazy, but vivid, right? Because they're very radiant colors. And so the blue, that blue, black, brown kind of a turquoise or whatever you call it, I want to keep that as signature colors. And I also use purple and green, but I want to keep a signature kind of a color scheme because these wings are going to be badass with the choreography that I'm doing with some music, a musician that I'm trying to promote as well. And in this meeting here with BLN or something, uh, either one of us can go to these meetings. I'll fund it, and but every Thursday for a month, no, every third Thursday for the entire year. If we miss two dates, they take us out of the group, because the idea is that there are people wanting to be part of that because they're helping each other in their surroundings, and that's where with you, right, networking. Well, yeah, networking in the sense is much bigger because it's like trying to get a mass city to all participate. And this is automatic because all we're doing is supporting each other. And the side of being in the same area, because we all travel our same circles. We just kind of, whenever we got to move, it might change. But once we establish our where we go eat, where we go drink, where we go work, and where we come home, then we're traveling in those same circles, right? So in the sense of us promoting each other, that hey, whenever you need this, these are the people that we can work tight with, and we're gonna. That's my side of the benefit, and because we're all using our own products, right? So it's like saying you make clothes, but we got a friend who does soap. Well, we all need soap. He hooks us up on this because pretty soon we're going to be bartering. I really don't think this whole Bitcoin shit, they're going to control our money. And, 10, 20, 30 years from now, they may say, hey, it's going to go socialist. We're going to tell you how much you make, how much you can use. They're already limited our money access. But anyway, again, we're getting off tangent. So 3 items I'd like to create are that little cat pack, and I'm going to get you some drawings for, and then thinking of some fabrics for a seat, for a little costume. I'm going to make a pad that I'm going to put some of those the Chinese handcuffs. You remember those that you put your fingers in? Well, I want to find some that are wide enough to fit the cat's leg in, so that you can hold his legs down and he can't pull away, and you're able to shave his back, everything, and it's going to be such a badass, legit, cut that it's a sense of training them, and then because he loves his buzz cuts now, he enjoys. He'll let me massage him, and I want to do video on all this, so I want to show his outfits. And you're it. Yeah, I mean, you told me you wanted to create all the outfits, and I'm going to get some drawings together. But I want you to come see this skit on probably sometime this next week, if you got an evening, for about 30 minutes, because it's part of the Jesus Boot Camp exercise. Because I'm going to make some banners, and I want to have some outfits that when I record the video, I'm wearing your stuff. Cool. So. Mm-hmm. Well, you can source it. Yeah, if she can source somewhere. Yeah, man, if we found that same thing still printing somewhere, that would be so badass. Because I'd buy the whole. Yeah, it just depends on how popular it was. Which again, first time I ever saw it, but that'd be badass if he found that same one. And I'm gonna try to look some as well. Frankly, I'm just tied up with everything. But on the sense of finding that, and then I'll text you the drawings, and we can play along with this next week coming out, and I'll feed you guys. We can go to Bohemios and eat, and I could even do no, I got to do it over here because I got a ramp, and it's part of an inline skate thing that's part of the boot camp, because the boot camp is going to get me a group of people that want to regenerate their bodies to, with all the nutrition of juicing that we can collaborate some events, the boot camp, where I'll bring the food and you do the juicing, and again we're being paid, okay? Because at first I'm going to offer it as a free cardio boot camp, and I'm going to have music. We're all going to share. It's going to have some food and the exercise and a nutrition kind of a thing where we can help people, recuperate their health, because I see a lot of people that are just in bad shape, right? People that have just let go of themselves, and I think, Lord, he's only 15. It's just crazy. So we need to inspire more, life, and I see a lot of people here, because I get women that ask me, how do you train the cat to get on a leash, and they're watching me exercise, and pretty soon I'll have a bigger crowd. But I want you to watch something and see if you can think of any other outfit, any other color that we can incorporate in just it's a 10-minute little dance routine with some music, and we'll eat, and it'll be, if you give me 30 minutes sometime next week, again, I'll provide some grub and some cool evening. 7 p.m. And are you up for? Yeah. Okay. Well, I do my thing about 8 to 9 p.m. when I'm out here at the And it's just right here on Lawndale and this just about Wayside. It's right at the Forest Lawndale, that cemetery, the funeral home place. It's right there. Yeah. So from Bohemios, you're only about 10 minutes away. And if you're close to Bohemios, you're just 20. Yeah. So if any time next week you think you can, like I say, 30 minutes or whatever time you want to spend, but I really just want, yeah. Yeah, no, that'd be perfect for me because I'm normally out there exercising because I'm just practicing. I don't want to look like a bumbling fool and during the daytime when all the hot mamacitas are walking by, they'll be like, they'll be like, "Qué pendejo, míralo." Yeah, no, but that's cool. But congrats on the job thing, and definitely want to. I'm gonna get some funds here this Friday. I've yet to do my billing for Friday, and I'll see if I can finish off that 500 I told you I'd put down. So I want to complete that. Yeah, you can start actually cutting some stuff and practicing with some things. 'Cause I want to show you that I definitely deliver on what I talk about. Yeah, just even brainstorming. I've even got a product line that I'm going to create a prototype for. And when I do my debut, and this is it, check this out. I'm glad I thought about it. And I'm kind of glad it's recording too, because I get to take notes. So, my debut, I'm planning to do it between October and Thanksgiving. And guess where? Where do you think I want to do it? A public place. It's it's called La Bear, and I think I mentioned it to you when Alex was there because he said I don't know what that is. But it's that male strip club joint, and I'm gonna get because Jim here, the one I live with, man, he used to just about probably run that joint in the '80s and '90s, or because there's always been gentlemen's club, and he's been living a gay lifestyle for quite a while. So I'm gonna have him hook me up with his older gay friends to build a little good audience because I know he can sell me, and I'm going to create videos for the debut, and I'm going to get with Eric, who's the manager there, because I got to ask him how long they allow for the beginners, because they allow a amateur night, I think, but I'm gonna now I'm hoping, and you'll get access to it. You won't have to pay cover, but to just bring some friends and say, dude, you could check something out, and I'm gonna bring a few that are the deep pockets, God willing, that would support funding my whole chiropractic routine, and even a product that would apply for the felines. And I've got my cat not using kitty litter anymore, and it's with a silicone kind of a pad or a heavy carpet or maybe even a cloth. Think of some fabric that can be plush that would absorb the urine and they can kind of scratch, but the whole sand thing, it gets full of shit and it's so stinky and it's messy. So I've got this guy using 3 towels that I switch around through the week, and I'm going to get him to use the toilet here soon. It's just going to take me a little while. So I'm going to create all these videos, but I want to incorporate little outfits that'll work for the presentation that I'm going to throw on video at La Bear when this all happens. Because for the beginning of the year, this big project that I'm doing in Goliad should fund me at least about 20 grand. And once I finish it up by the end of November, which is why I want to have this done probably in between, because he wants to have his event out there for Thanksgiving, so I should be done and funded, and drop some good dime on this whole presentation that I want to do at La Bear with lights and cat and everything, because I wanted, again, the shock factor needs to be there to get anybody's attention, and yeah, so just kind of think of colors that are still that's not too flamboyant. It doesn't throw me off because again, I'm gonna be dancing in La Bear. I don't want people always question my sexuality, but that I'm not worried about. I just don't want to portray that I'm all just one sided, right? Because I think I don't know, what is your perspective of me? Just eccentric, crazy? Amen. Thank you for that. That was a beautiful word you shared with me. Thank you. I very much appreciate even your knowledge. I mean, you're just kick ass. You're bold too. You don't have expensive. You're fearless too. And that's why I say, why? How did I learn this here when we were the ones that were called the misfits? It is like, no, we're living. We're only life is real life. You guys are the pretenders. But that's crazy. Yeah. And then they still label us as the rule breakers. I'm thinking, well, just because we choose to live our own life and not just abide by the instructions that they feed you on TV by the slop. But anyway, I'll let you go. Thank you for your time again. Again, prayers to you, Papa and Mama. They're all well. Excellent. Well, we're going to see about changing all of our living conditions. I actually did a project today for a guy who's probably just as loaded as Pharaoh over in Port O'Connor, and I'm shining for him on an improv project, and he's in real estate, and he buys commercial. This is my idea. I'd like to see if some of these people who have tons of money would be willing to invest in a property that we can develop to have like apartment studios, and and it doesn't have to be large. You know, you provide a couple bathrooms that are clean, some where you can shower and everything, multiple showers, you know, kind of like a locker room, but the living quarters to where you got a room and you got your studio. And that way you work when you want to, 24 hours a day, you're kind of confined, you pay rent for living there and it's part of the studio as well. And it just becomes all combined, right? So, it would be badass to have kind of like the Jomar. It gave me a good taste for it, but being able to stay there and have access just as we want, and as long as there the respect for one another, consideration, you know, because if everybody's making their dues, which are going to be minimal, because everything will be new, and there'll be enough of us that if we're generating enough funds, it'll work within our dreams, right? Within our passion to continue producing and not be tied to oh man, I got to go make rent, and that kills the spirit so hard and thinking. So that's not what God intended for us, and that's what I aim to push. That we can live freely because the creativeness that God gave us is a God-given gift, and the fact that we're exploring that side of us is only the taste of for to share, but others are out there just trying to shut you down, right? It's like, no, you can't get out of the pit. You pull your legs down. It's like, stay in the pit with us. I'm thinking, no. But anyway, tell Alex also appreciate his input, and I hope you guys have a blessed evening, and let me know on what day would work next week best for you because I'm fairly open. The only thing I got to do this Friday is take Jim for a colonoscopy. That's fun. I'm going to ask him if I could take my time lapse video for the super slow motion. You be safe, all righty, sis, and then take care of yourself. Blessings. Thanks.